Battery's low on my phone, so here we start over. I got my tortillas buttered, the pan, heating up the pan. This is the enchilada sauce, the chopped bacon, garlic, and onion. I have black olives I'm going to slice up roughly. Extra sharp cheddar cheese. I like the white and the orange mix. Some roast that Mom made I'm going to chop up and put in the onion mixture. So hang on. First I'm going to start by heating up that pan for my tortillas. And I've only got them buttered on one side. Once the tortillas start getting bubbles on them, and flip them over. They're getting a little bit of a light brown to them. Just don't leave them raw. They fall apart when you roll them if you do. Anything from light golden brown to kind of brown is great. So I have done up some olives. Some I sliced kind of and chopped weird, and then some I just smashed, so it doesn't matter about the olives. You just want to get some in there because they're wonderful. And this is all part of the onion, 2 kinds of cheese, and olives mix. While those are cooking, I take the little bit of seasoning mix that I made, and I kind of lightly dust it. Like that. Gives a little bit of that enchilada flavor on the inside. See, it's just kind of lightly dusted. Not a whole lot, because you just want to add a little flavor. Most of the flavor is going to be in the gravy. So now I have my tortillas done, and I'm adding the bacon to the pan. Once the bacon starts releasing some of its fatty goodness and turns a little bit brown, add in the onions and garlic that are chopped up waiting on you over there. I didn't think the bacon was giving off enough of the grease, so I added some butter. As you can see, it's bubbling delicious going on in there. And because I'm not using any kind of vegetable oil or olive oil, you got to make it go on low so the butter does not burn. But it will cook right if you just stick it on low. I have this set at 6, a little over 6. Yeah. Because I'm getting ready to add flour to make a roux, I threw in another pat of butter, about worth, maybe a tablespoon. So now it's good and bubbly and sizzly browning. I'm going to add in the flour. Okay. And I only want enough to make a roux, so you just barely cover it to make that happen. That's probably 2 tablespoons of flour. Okay, so now the flour is browning. See if I can make that go a little better. I'm using a whisk. Get all that flour incorporated in the butter and bacon. Okay. Then add the spices. I'm going to say we got a half a teaspoon for every ingredient of spices. And you start whisking that in. Looks kind of dry, right? Almost like sausage. Then you grab some water. I put 2 cups water in a measuring cup and then slowly added it while I'm whisking. And it took almost all of the water, but do it to what you like. You know, you see it's getting kind of thick in the middle. If it feels like it's getting too thick, add a little more water. You can take and put water in, but you have to let it cook longer to evaporate out naturally. So that's almost 2 cups of water, and I'm bringing it to a bubble, and then I'm getting ready to take it off the heat. Momentarily, that is. Sorry for the camera wave. I think I got a little excited taking that to the... Okay, so now it's time to assemble. I took Grandma's roast and I chopped it up. And I have the cheese, onions, and olives mixture with a little seasoning. And that pan of sauce sitting over there is waiting on me. At this point, you can bottle the sauce, use it to dip chips, use it to dip tortillas, or go on with your enchiladas. This gravy is awesome for a lot of things, I think. I spread out the tortillas and then I added the meat first. Now I'm going to put the cheese, olive, onion mixture on. Okay, so I'm going to try and make this happen so you can see it. Here's the enchiladas that I have ready to roll and the sauce, and here I go. Give it a quick little whisk to get it loose again. Okay, so I take a tortilla like that, and I roll it like, you know, I'm rolling it. And as I put it in, I'm going to roll it still, so I'm going to put it top side down, pull it through, and push it into the gravy. That makes it top and bottom all around. Trying not to burn myself here. It's starting to bubble. Once again, to the top, turn it, make that happen. Third one today for me. Only me, because I'm the only one here. At least I'm getting them. Squish it in there. Turn it in to the gravy. Okay. Then I'm going to take my spoon and kind of spoon that gravy over the top. Okay. I had some leftover cheese, so I don't have to grate more cheese, thankfully. And it has the olives and onions and all of that in there. So here I go with it. Okay. And a little bit more cheese on top just to make it wonderfully delicious. Turn the fire down some. And I want the cheese on the inside to melt too. I should put all of that on there, huh? Yeah, why not? It'll be delicious. So in total, that was probably one of those big blocks of cheese with a inch cut off of it in the white, and then a handful of that shredded, already shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Cover it so that it melts really good, and turn it down because I don't want the bottom to burn. Alright, be back. So when they look like this, it's done. That was about 15 minutes of melting the cheese in the pan with the sauce and the meat and the olives and all the good, wonderful spices. And there's plenty of sauce there. I could have added 3 more and been good. And so I'm going to save that sauce for the next go around and just dump them in when I get ready to make them again. And that's it for gravy infused enchiladas, my new version.